Good evening, members, and welcome to the TurtleFollower.com, where we teach you how to stop predicting and start reacting. My name is Steve, and in this video, we're going to take a look at the core account for Saturday, December 19th, 2015. First of all, if you haven't already, check out the free video that we did with the market analysis, kind of what we're intending to do. In a nutshell, we're looking to just stay small this week. We're not looking to do too much in the way of anything, especially at this point, just going into the end of the year, trying to figure out where we're at. So, but for us, for the core account, we do have some management to do. We're going to be exiting a few positions, and I just want to take you through a quick look at how I go ahead and manage the weekly watch list every week, so that this way you understand exactly why I'm doing things. We did a quick little tutorial with ACN in the free video for the free members, obviously. But if you're kind of confused at why we're doing it, we're just going to go through the entire watch list. I haven't even touched it yet. The only thing I did do is I added a few new names to the list that are kind of setting up, but we'll go over those and how we remove some names from the list and why we do so right after we just go through our portfolio. So portfolio wise, we definitely outperformed the market this week, which is great. We were down about 0.6%. As opposed to the market down about 0.9%. So good to see that we had a little bit of outperformance, still outperforming the market over the course of a year and a half by about 4% or so, give or take. So obviously not where we want to be. We would love to be, outperforming the market by double digits or whatever it may be. But I'll be honest, this has been a tough year, and you can see on our chart, the blue here, that we had this huge pullback. And then really we didn't do much. I kind of stayed in cash, and then we tried to get back in. So where we stayed in cash, then the market rallied. That hurt us a little bit. And we also had this big pullback, which hurt us a bit. So the fact that we're still outperforming the market over the last year and a half, really since July 2014, is a great sign. And so if you look at our core account positions, you'll see that we are open P&L is down about $187 for the year, down about $2,100. All right, so again, still realizing a nice gain over since inception of about $5,000. And again, it's just it hasn't been the best year, and we try and just do the best with what we have. So as far as what we're doing and which ones are outperforming, you can see here, SWK, complete underperformer. All right, we entered it. It's down right in our face, down about $500, and we just entered the trade. J&J just entered the trade, down $317. All right, so we added some positions, and it just happened to be at the wrong time, and that's that's the risk we take when we add positions on, is that we don't get to necessarily pick the best timing. And we'll just have to manage them, and if they turn out to be losers, they turn out to be losers. But those are two of the big reasons that we're down now, open P&L on the portfolio, down just in those two about $817. But the rest, working out well. Nice top performer. PSA actually was up on Friday, and again, we'll just go through and manage what we can and take off what we need to. So Clorox, we've moved our stop in Clorox. You can see this huge downdraft that we had, down almost 3.5% on Friday. And we'll see what happens when it comes into that 125 area. DPS, right? Similar situation. We trailed stop up from the 85.47 area to this 89 area, and now it's breaking back into the consolidation. Home Depot holding up extremely well, considering. I would love to just see this one go sideways for another month until the 50-day catches up, and then look to break out again. But for right now, again, stop down here. At this point, let's just move stop up to the top of the consolidation. I really hate doing this, but I think we have to. I hate using the tops of consolidations, but it is what it is. And because what I'm looking at here is that there's a potential for this type of trend line in place as well. All right, so it should find, if it breaks down from this 130 area, it should find some support at the 50-day moving average. J&J entered it again this week, and the last 2 days, big pullback, so not much going on there. L Brands still holding up above the 94.75 area, so just let it work out and see where we end up. Lockheed Martin broke down. All right, we're out of the trade. We were using this 215 area. All right, we saw this nice little consolidation in here. We were using the 215 area. You can see that also coincides nicely with these swing lows. All right, swing low right at the 50-day. That's what we used to justify that 215. You saw it tried to hold there. It looked like it was going to bounce. And then between Thursday and Friday came off. So we will exit on Monday the LMT trade that we have in the core portfolio. Altria had a nice breakout on Wednesday, and sure enough, 2 days later, it's back in the middle of the range. Still looking for 56 to hold. NOC holding above the 50-day, holding above 182. Again, just let it work and let it play out. Public Storage, all right, had a nice breakout. Now it's been consolidating. This is great. I mean, this is exactly what you're looking for when stocks go against you. You're still looking for ones that outperform, and we're up almost 5% in that trade. Starbucks, another one that we're going to be exiting. All right, down around this 58 area right now. We looked for it to hold 59, couldn't do it, so now it's broken trend line, broken the 50-day, broken this consolidation, has a lot of overhead supply, just one that we don't want to be involved with right now. We're going to go ahead and take our small loss in Starbucks and move on. So you can see here between Starbucks and LMT, down slightly on both of them. SWK, just a huge move against us, not at all what we're looking for. Let's see how it reacts at this 104 area where we set our initial stop, because that's where trend line was in play and the 104 was in play. All right, so let's see how it reacts there, but not at all what we wanted to see. And last but not least, TSS is our last exit for Monday morning. Okay, so it tried to hold this 53 area, started bouncing back up. We never trailed stop at that point because we were still above the 50-day moving average. We kept our stop here, 51.75, and between Thursday and Friday, it broke down below. So between TSS, let's just go through, between TSS, LMT, and Starbucks, out of the three of those, we're taking a $155 loss on all three trades. All right, and that's exactly what we're talking about. Small losses. Obviously, it was a small win in TSS, and just let the ones that are working work, all right, and run. So those are the three that we're going to be exiting. Let's take a quick look at the watch list, and then we'll let you go. We're just going to thumb through these names as we go. But you can see here, we talked about ACN, how it broke down below the 103 area. I talked about this in the free video, but essentially it's not going higher anymore, so there's no reason it needs to stay on the list. All right, at this point, it's not breaking out from a daily consolidation, and it will come off the list. AIZ, all right, similar situation, breaking down from that consolidation, off the list. And this is exactly how I do this every single weekend. You're watching me do my exact process for entering, exiting, and looking for new trades. Boeing, all right, we wanted to hold that 114 area. Now it's below 114, below the 50-day moving average, off the list. CCI, all right, still in the consolidation. It stays. CCL, all right, somewhat sloppy, but still consolidating, looking like it was going to go ahead and, I don't know why it's not drawn in here, but looking as though you have that range. All right, you also had this range at the 52, and we also had some significant resistance at 54. All right, we also said that we would wait for a breakout from the weekly chart and look for it to then set up again on the daily chart after the breakout, and then decide what we were going to do. So CCL stays on the list. CINF, pretty obvious, breaks down, off. Campbell Soup stays on the list. EQIX stays on the list because, why? Because it's still in their consolidations, and the ones that I'm going through are still in their consolidations. EQIX, EQR, GE, GIS, HRS is a new one. Okay, apologize for that. HRS, a new trade setup, and here you can see what we're looking at in HRS. So first of all, I'm doing this out of order. First of all, we're going to take a look at the weekly chart. Okay, you can see the weekly chart consolidating very nicely. All right, it's trending higher on the weekly chart. right through there. And then we say, well, we know we want to be long it. Well, where do we want to be long it? And here we are, trend line on the daily chart. The support is right through there. All right, so if we can hold over 81.75 and break out over 85, then we'll look to enter a trade. IFF, similar situation. Okay, looking at it from the weekly chart. Okay, IFF has been trending higher for some time now. Okay, trend line's going from bottom left to top right on the chart, trending higher. Here's a big weekly consolidation, so we know we want to try and get long the stock. Question is where? Looking at it from a daily perspective, I'm looking at this consolidation right above the 50-day moving average. Now, Friday and Thursday were obviously not good days for the stock, so this one could very well enter or exit our watch list next week, but it is a potential position on the list. INTC, barely holding on to that 50-day moving average, so we'll keep it for a little bit longer. IPG stays on the list. J&J, we're already in. KMB, we're already in. Coca-Cola, going sideways, stays on the list. L3, all right, breaking down off the list. MCK, new one. Okay, again, here's your weekly consolidation. All right, now you're looking for it to set up on the daily chart. There's the trend line in place, and then you could look at it as this small consolidation right here, which means that we would be looking for a breakout over 87.50, and then our stop would be placed right around 83.50. NiSource on the list. Okay, very simple. Just as long as it's still consolidating. I'm taking Rubbermaid off. It's just too sloppy. I'll never take that trade. PAYX. You can see the difference between the two. PAYX and what I like is just I like a nice tight consolidation, but still on the list. PBCT, barely holding on, stays. PEP stays. PPL. All right, all the ones that are staying are still in their consolidations that we've identified over the past couple weeks when we've done these market outlooks and these videos when we've looked at our watch list. So SJM stays, SYY stays, TXN. Does it stay or does it go? What do you guys think? It goes. Valero stays. Okay, so we just in not even 5 minutes went through the entire watch list. Now, obviously, I go through my scans and add in the new trades for the week, and the only new ones that we added this week were HRS and IFF. Those were the only two new names that we added to the watch list for this week. Again, exiting Starbucks, LMT, TSS, adding on HRS, IFF to the watch list, and removing a lot of other stuff. So our watch list got significantly pared down. And you know, that's just the name of the game. It slowly takes us. That's the whole point of having a process, is that the process dictates what happens when it happens, and it all is dictated on price. So the market's not performing well, stocks therefore don't perform well, therefore we don't have as many names on the watch list to potentially choose from. It's just a way of keeping us in balance with the market. And I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Again, if you are watching this anywhere else but the premium membership site, just understand you're getting this about 30 days after it's delivered to members. So on YouTube, Twitter, I'll send it out a couple of days or 30 days after it goes to members. And if you want to have the real-time updates and the real-time trade alerts, you need to sign up for a premium membership at theturtlefollower.com and join us in the members area. Other than that, I hope everyone has a great rest of the weekend, and we'll catch you soon. Take care.